Was it worth risking Leaguestart with a new skill? Um, yeah, absolutely. I feel like going for Lightning Conduit was a good idea. Because mainly I had a ton of fun. And that's amazing, right? So, yeah, let's talk a little bit about Leaguestart. I wanted to post this video on Sunday. I just couldn't make it. Um, there was a little bit of strange stuff going on. I had to do something in real life on Saturday morning, which messed me up big time because I just didn't go to sleep and just, yeah, messed me up a little bit. But I was able to play when I came back, and obviously on Sunday. And yeah, the Groupfound setting that we are restricting ourselves into is actually doing what we hope it would do, which is just everybody's having a lot of fun. There is no like not pressure, but like the stress of a trade league where you think about um, trading a lot and how to make currency and stuff like that. No, we are just all enjoying the game, having a great time, and that's exactly what we wanted, right? That is, or that was the goal for us with the group found setting, is playing at our own pace, and it worked. So let's talk about the build. Um, yeah, the tree looks pretty much the same uh, as we thought it would in the beginning. Now, as I mentioned in the video where I talked about it, I did go with Lily's tree in the end. My original idea was looking similar to this, not exactly like this, but yeah, Lily did just a very, very good job. Now, one thing that I've added in, because I'm only on 766 energy shield right now, is this little energy leech node right here. This is actually huge in making casting feel smooth, right? Once you have like, I don't know, 12, 1300 energy shield, you no longer need this node. That's absolutely fine. Also, the dex node over here, I just need it at the moment because I am not that geared, right? So, what were we able to do? You can see it on the Atlas. We actually did some T14s already. And we were able to complete that from the damage whoa, sorry. From the damage perspective, it's not too bad. But also like survivability is now getting along a little bit. Like we are nearing 5k life. We have leech because we have barracks grip now, thanks to a friend, which was amazing, right? And yeah, so we are able to run the red maps. I was just focusing a lot on running the white and yellow maps for a good amount of time. I just wanted to gear up a little bit. So the gear is not too bad, especially for the setting we are in, right? Without any traits. A buddy of mine found the +1 level lightning skill gems with a added lightning damage roll. The flat lightning, it's only tier 8, but it helps because we also get the tier 2 cast speed. And that's amazing. And I have unlocked the trigger spell. So Wave of Conviction with Hex Touch and Conductivity is automated right now every time we use a skill with a cooldown of 8 seconds, right? So we need to pursue Eater of Worlds as well as Searing Exarch. Hit, that should be fine in tier 12 plus maps. So let's do that. I have done the first fights against these two, the Black Star, and I always forget how the other one is called, and they were fine. But yeah, let's just run a map together and see how this goes. Honestly, we should probably also activate this, right? Yeah. As you can see, the damage is not too shabby. Whoa! I thought I read that they patched essences a little bit. So I was wondering just how much they've done that. Cool. Need to read up on that though. I really need to. So have a quick look up here. I'm a bit too slow for the delirium, I think. Which is okay. Yeah, so the main thing with this build is that your clear is not as fast as with other skills. And yes, you always have to cast 2 skills, which can feel clunky, I know. And this is pretty much a thing of taste, right? If you like it, you like it. If not, I guess you just don't like the skill. Like, it's probably as easy as that. I didn't test if Skitterbots is enough while mapping for the shock. That could be something to look into. At the moment, I was just not worrying about that too much, to be fair. I just wanted to focus a little bit on getting a little bit more tanky. Like, just a tad bit. But yeah. It's alright. Probably for my second character, once I feel the need for it, I probably will be going for a mapping build, to be honest, because this one here shines a little bit more in boss fights, sorry. And yeah, I just would like to have something that, hello, that maps a little bit faster. Let's quickly take a quick squeeze at the map because I'm completely lost at the moment. Cassia, sorry, I will be skipping you today. I am so sorry. You can actually do the blight encounters with not too many problems. I just don't really feel it right now. Okay. Yeah, single target, pretty nice, which is always nice to see with a lightning build, if you actually have single target, right? But yeah. I have no problem with it being a little bit slower to map, right? That is absolutely fine by me. As I said, playing by my own pace at the moment, and I just wanted to take it a little bit slower anyways, because it is a lot of fun to chill out a little bit. There we go. Here we can see the boss damage. We are reaching 64% shock consistently. Sometimes we manage to get 65%, but that's not too bad. And that's also not too bad for the tier of map we are in. Now, keep in mind, this is not like good gear, right? Yeah, we have a +1 wand, but that's pretty much it, right? That's pretty much the epitome of our gear. See, this essence only gets to 54% shock, so yeah, interesting. But yeah, that is basically the gist of how you play this build, right? You always throw down Orb of Storms, and then you can shock, use shock to cast Lightning Conduit. Yeah, we're on level 19 with the gem now, which is quite nice. We are like halfway, a little bit more than halfway through to level 20, which is nice. And yeah, from now on, it's just really gearing the character, because as I said, with the implementation of this leech node and the dex node, I also had to have the strength node here. I was able to spec out of this recently, which is nice. Oh yeah, and if you're wondering, we are level 89, yes. And we are actually fully ascended, which is... It's nice. It's really nice. Convergence is such a huge damage boost against bosses. So, yeah. As I said, that there is a lot of gear to be have. We need to get gloves with implicits that we can make use of. we need a +1 or +2 amulet. We need our actual anoint, because this is the cheapo anoint for all spellcasters that I always so fun that I'm always so fond about, right? It costs you a clear and 2 azure oils, as you can see here, and you get mana and 2% spell damage per 100 max mana up to 40%, right? So why not? We have 1000 max mana, right? It's as easy as that, right? Easy, little bit of spell damage. It's not much, but it can make a difference. And early on, especially in a Groupfound setting where you don't have the oils that you need for your anoint you want, like 2 crimsons, I guess, which I'm sure I don't have. Yeah. Nowhere can we see crimson oils, right? So, yeah, kind of sad, huh? What is this? That's 11 passive. That's not what I want. Also, that is not what I want. Okay. But yeah, I hope you have, you did get a little bit of an idea of how this build works. Now, as I said, it's not everybody's cup of tea. Personally, I really do enjoy an active playstyle, and I really do not matter the 2-button playstyle here at all. It took me some time to get used to cast Wrath with the Divine Blessing setup, because 11 seconds, sometimes 14 seconds of duration is, I'm not used to that. But also, if you don't have this outside of boss fights, you're mostly fine with this build, which is cool. And yes, we have a 6-link. Yes, the base is not the best, but I linked this within like 40 to 50 fusing somehow. And I was like, screw that, I'm keeping this. Yeah, I'm keeping this. We have 2 high res rolls. We have a good, okay-ish life roll. It's actually quite low, but it's okay. We just needed it. We just really needed life resistances and a good or a higher amount of energy shield than we had, which is achieved. We have the Omega cheapo, but very cool ruby ring, which yeah, we found early, very, very early. Almost 100 res on this ring, which is nice. The rest of the gear, we have 100 life on here, on the shield. That's quite nice. Also some strength. Pretty cool. Spell suppression is the thing I'm working on right now, so that's why I crafted this on here. Boots, we need upgrades left, right, and center, right? So gloves, boots. I'm working on a Stygian Wise right now, so the belt will be changed as well. I finally have a halfway decent helmet. Yeah, that's a tier 1 life roll, right? So that's pretty decent, and I do enjoy that. So yeah, we just have to make sure that we have evasion on all 3 of our gear pieces, because we will be taking the mastery here in the beginning, and that will give us another 12% chance to suppress spell damage, which should be helpful in getting to max. Also, I was spamming, not spamming, but I was going for intelligence gathering very, very early on, right? And some of my friends asked me this, like, why do you do this? And I said, you'll see. We were able to run 7 or 8 safe houses already, and we've done 1 Katarina fight. We did win, yes. We didn't get the drop we wanted, actually, but that's fine, right? That's absolutely fine. I will do the fight again as many times as I need to, but we did get a Cinder Swallow, which is not that bad of a flask eat. It's not like it was back in the days, but it's still a decent flask. So yeah, I really want to have the Katarina helmet. Now, as you can see, currency-wise, we are looking pretty similar to a normal league start, right? So before all the trading happens, the thing you see is I do have way less Chaos Orbs. I haven't done Chaos Recipe or anything, but I was figuring I don't need it that much. But I will say I have a lot of bubbles and gem cutters early on, a lot more than I usually have, and that is mostly because of the leak mechanic. And yeah, speaking of the leak mechanic, I personally, I think it looks cool, and it is also fun. You need a bit of time, and you need to look around a little bit, make some decisions, and then you can jump in and fully explore the zones. And yeah, these two Exalted that you see here both came from the Lake of Calandra, which was interesting because everybody was saying it's not rewarding and stuff. Well, I guess Exalted Orbs are not rewarding in Trade League, but for us here in Groupfound, yeah, we still have use for Exalted Orbs. We still have a couple of crafts that we will be using them for. And also, if you find a really, really good item, we might want to slam that one. So, yeah. As I said, I will be going after these guys, probably just once. If you take a look at our tree, Betrayal. Betrayal is our main focus, basically. I also did spec a little bit into Essences. We will be taking Amplified as well. And other than that, I'm going a little bit into Delirium. I don't know how much I will invest into Delirium. We will see. This note here might go away soon. I have to see about that. And I definitely need to spec into Harvest a little bit more, because I'm noticing when I do get Life Force, whenever I go for a craft, I can show this here better, right? It's in the exotic, yeah. I get between 80 and 120 Life Force, which seems a little bit low to me, but they have patched that already. So yeah, all in all, a very nice league start. As I said, I had a ton of fun. It was so nice just hanging out together, and like, just everybody was here having a good time, talking about items, linking them in guild chat, putting them into the guild chest, and it's so nice to play like that, right? Everybody is stress-free. Nobody wants to push very hard. Everybody's just like, yeah, I'm gonna play with my pace and have fun, and that is exactly what's going on right now. So yeah, very enjoyable. Do I recommend the build? I think if you like the way it looks and if you can get around a little bit of that clunkiness, absolutely, absolutely. I think it is a very, very cool build, and I'm so glad it works the way that we thought it would work. So yeah, definitely recommend this. With better gear comes better survivability and damage. Keep that in mind, as always. Yeah, and I'm always ready to get the last flask automated, so I never have to press those again. Yeah, my hand is thankful for that. With that, yeah, that's pretty much all that I have to say for today. Thank you very, very much for watching, guys. And as always, take care. Bye.